everyone, welcome back to our channel.
Hey uglies.
Hey, it's me, FancyAlly, and this is my good Judy.
It's Judy Puss.
Yes, and we're here to review episode 2 of Dragula Titans. Yes, so it's a shorter episode, so I'm sure our review will be shorter as well. Yeah. Before we start, we just want to say thank you so much to everyone who's liked and watched our video and commented and subscribed and stuff. We really appreciate it. And just a little disclaimer, do not send any hate to any of the Dragula girls that we talk about. Even if we don't like them, we don't send hate to them. We just critique them, talk about what they did on the show. Yes. And like I said, sometimes we don't like them, but, just don't send hate to any of them, right?
That's right.
Do not send hate to anyone because honestly, I know the world's hard enough.
We're judging their performance as it comes to the challenge.
Yeah, and stuff. And honestly, it's good to have your opinions. Just don't send hate to anyone. Period. Us, them. RuPaul, the Boulet Brothers, Little Boulet, Big Boulet. So I don't know if we mentioned last week that now it's like $100,000 grand prize, sponsored by the Boulet Brothers, right?
Money.
Yes, and obviously the winner is going to go on a world tour, and basically, yeah. So we start off the episode, all the drag monsters are back in the workroom, or whatever, the boudoir. And they're all talking about how Abhora went home, and, Erica was like, oh, she was holding me back, that's the only reason why I was in the bottom last week, because we were a team, and, she was messing up, so therefore I messed up. But yeah, and then Evah was like, that she was getting really self-defeated and she was frustrated, right? That Abhora was doing that.
Yeah, a lot of shit towards Abhora.
Oh yeah, I hate her. So I don't care.
Yeah, I don't like her at all.
Yeah, so we were living for all the shade and stuff. Honestly, I was like, why are we still talking about her? But I guess, we have to kind of talk about her.
Yeah, we were so glad she got eliminated last week.
Yes, we were. Yes.
It's interesting. I saw an interview that was talking about her, and she apparently, her defense is that she was an alien playing a human.
Oh yeah,
playing an alien.
I heard that too, but obviously we didn't get it.
That's as confusing as the look, right?
Yeah, we did not understand it, and so that's why she went home. Yeah. No, Evah was saying how she didn't have a fire in her or something. She wanted to see the fire from Abhora. But she just kept making excuses. What I loved was Kendra and Melissa and Coco, they were kind of holding Astrid and Hoso accountable because they kept defending Abhora and making excuses for her. And they're like, because now they were like, oh yeah, she was in the bottom. She was the obvious one to go home and stuff. But they were defending her. And I was just like, oh, why are you making excuses for her? I don't know. It's not the vibes.
No.
I just love that Melissa was calling out the bullshit because she knows how to call out the bullshit. But yeah, Astrid was just like, blah, 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 blah. I felt bad for her, blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, shut up, Astrid. The long story short, basically the main thing about the beginning was Abhora came back, unfortunately.
Yeah, it was weird. Everybody was shading her. Well, pretty much everybody was shading her. And then who comes walking into the room? Abhora.
I know, I hated her so much. I was like, what is she doing here?
It took a while to absorb what was going on.
But yeah. And basically she was like, oh, the Boulet Brothers are trick or treat.
Trick or treat.
What did you say? It was a treat for me and a trick for you. Yeah. And I was just like, oh, could she just go back to where she came from, Oblivion? I hate her so much. Yeah. But yeah, Erica, what's it called? Obviously Astrid was happy, which I find ironic because doesn't she like Hoso, and then Abhora also likes Hoso? So why are you happy that the person who likes your partner is
there was just a lot of fake happiness when she returned.
Yeah, but it was mostly...
I'm like, you just shaded the girl a minute ago.
Yeah, but what's it called? Astrid and Hoso were actually genuinely happy. They went up to hug her, and I was just like, ew. And Victoria kind of gave her a fake hug, and then she was like, ugh, why is she back? And that's how I felt the whole episode. I was just like, let me just act like she's not there. They kind of mentioned, is it fair for her to come back? And I don't think it's fair. And I wonder, if it was someone else, would they have come back? Was that the plan all along, or did she just come back because she's Abhora?
Yeah, I think she's the villain now or something, so that's why she's back.
Yeah, but I'm not happy to see her. I said, I'm just going to act like she's not there.
Yeah. We'll be happy again when she gets eliminated again.
Yes, hopefully. We're counting down the minutes to that. But basically, so the challenge for the week is Revenge of the Witch.
Revenge of the Witch.
And part of the challenge was, obviously doing a witch look and stuff. But then another part of the challenge was they had to create these magical shoes, basically customize a shoe and make it look, drag and Dragula and monster and witchy. And then also they had to do a lip sync performance, which later on we find out what the song was. But at first we didn't.
Yes.
But yeah, so that was basically the challenge. And then basically, like I said, this episode was shorter. So much of it was, them getting ready, doing their looks, explaining their looks. Oh, but before
Let's
that,
talk
right?
about the little mini challenge.
The Fright feat.
Fright feat was burn the witch.
Yes, they had to basically consume a lot of different hot foods, and that were really spicy. And then the winner of the challenge they were gonna win.
Yeah, they got to do the curse of baldness.
Yes.
Because I got to choose somebody, and that person would have to do the show bald. Basically.
Yes, the floor show bald and stuff. But yeah. So also one thing I mentioned before they actually started the challenge was like that there's just a different boudoir guy, or the naked guy who's all hearing.
Yeah, he didn't have the big tattoo on his chest.
Yeah, he was different, and this one I don't know, was giving me more like Drag Race vibes.
Oh, yeah.
Not really much like Dragula vibes. Like whatever happened to the other guy? Did he get fired?
Yeah, maybe he was just sick.
Was he asking for too much money or something?
Yeah.
I kind of prefer the other guy. I don't know about this new guy. He seemed a little too campy.
Yeah, hopefully it's just this week. He was giving looks at the camera and unfitting.
Yeah, I was just like, no, you're not doing what the job really is. But yeah, so I love that Hosa was like, oh, I'm Korean, so I could eat spicy foods.
Spicy food.
And then she was like worried for the white people. I was like, yes, Hosa, I'm living for this side of you.
Yeah.
But yeah, Evah was kind of like making a lot of expressions. Like, she's like the reaction queen. But she was like really like, I don't know, she lasted a while, but she was like, you could tell the spice was really getting to her, which I was surprised by.
Yeah, well, a challenge though. It was getting kind of gross. I mean, they started drooling at the mouth.
I know, it was gross. Yeah. What's it called? Who was it? It was Abhora, Erica, and who else was it? Was it Kendra? That was basically the last three.
Yeah, I believe it was Kendra. But I just that one thing of Coco drooling.
Oh,
yeah, and then Abhora, like her nose just had.
Ew, I know her eyes were all red. I was like, ew.
That was
disgusting.
really hard to watch.
But long story short, it basically came down to Abhora and Erica. Yeah. And thankfully Erica won, right? I was so happy that she won. And of course she chose Abhora as the one to have the curse of the baldness. And she was like, don't underestimate me. This is what you get. Because Abhora was kind of being a bitch, like always. And was like, oh my god, Erica, you should throw up, blah, blah, blah. Like just making it hard for her.
Yeah.
I was just like, yeah, she deserved to get the curse. I kind of wish the curse or whatever was something worse, because just being bald in the challenge, I guess, could be a challenge, but I wish it was like something even worse.
Yeah, something worse, because sometimes her look is almost like bald with the nose.
Yeah, and like she said, her wigs are shit, so it really didn't make a difference. I guess. But yeah, so let's see.
So yeah, then they went back to the workroom and then they did a little self-challenge of the witch crackling.
Oh yeah, that was fun. That was just some fun. I think Evah was the one that kind of instigated it, and it was all their cackles were pretty good. I think Coco did like a little giggle, and I was like, that's so funny. That was funny. But basically, yeah, they were cobbling their shoes, and Kendra was like, oh, I've always been cobbling my shoes since like season 2. Oh yeah, and also when the lights turned red, they did the cackling just for fun, and it was really good. Like, I don't know, because usually when the lights turn red, they either fake like, oh no, we don't have enough time for makeup.
That's my favorite part of the show every time.
But I just like that they were like doing like the like cackling and it was really good. Yes. So next I wrote that the Boulet Brothers looked pretty cute. They were like witches, like it was like black and gray and kind of white. But what really kind of like stood out to me was the ponytails, right?
The ponytails, yeah.
They were giving Ariana Grande. So they were kind of like fishy. I don't know if that term is still, okay since Hollow Eve in season 3. But yeah,
I think I'm looking fishy tonight.
Yeah, you are. But yeah, the Boulet Brothers, they really what's it called? They looked fishy, and they were really living for the whole witch fantasy and stuff.
Yeah, and the outfit was nice to see them in something other than all latex,
Yeah, that's true, yeah. So the judges this week were Bonnie Aarons, who's basically the nun, and she's gonna play the nun again in the Nun 2. And hopefully it'll be better than the Nun 1, because the Nun 1 wasn't that good. And then the next judge was the director of Jawbreaker, who's been there a couple of times.
Yeah, he was apparently the very first guest judge.
Yeah.
Season 1.
And he looks very different than he did back then, because he was kind of like with makeup and stuff.
Yeah, Darren Stern.
Yeah.
Darren Stern.
I think it's Dan Stein.
Stein. I'm thinking of another Stern. Yeah, Stein.
But yeah, so the song for the week was Shoes by Kelly. And I was like, oh my god, I know this song. And I love how they transitioned to it. They were playing some other music and then they just transitioned into that song. But I thought it was a very fun, very kind of millennial song for them to do.
It was a fun song because it was... Initially, the songs are kind of like death metal kind of songs, really deep. This was a real fun especially with their looks this week. So we kind of went with the Halloween, the witches, the fun song.
And I never really thought of it as kind of that much of a dark song, but especially towards the end, I was like, oh yeah, it's definitely dark.
Yeah.
Listen to the song, and then they kind of showcase the shoes. But it was kind of hard a little bit to kind of really see each one. So let's see.
I got Melissa had the flower-like shoes.
Oh yeah.
Those were nice, I think.
Yeah, they were cute.
Yeah, Abhora, I think it was like cake. What did Evah have? Oh, Evah was like skin.
Yes,
skin
those are one of the best shoes. I like
different
those.
Kinds of skin.
And blind, yeah.
Yeah, Erica was. I had mixed feelings about all the candy.
I like the candy. I like the candy.
I mean, I liked it. It made me hungry. Kendra just had those purple shoes.
Yeah, her shoes were kind of basic, unfortunately. Like, that was really like the worst part of her whole outfit and stuff.
What else stuck out? Horseshoe had like the mouses.
Hoso.
Had
But yeah, they were made of like rats. And what I liked about her is that they were like really like boots. Like, it went all the way up and stuff, which I thought was cool.
Yeah, I mean, my favorite was Victoria's.
Oh, really? What was hers like? I forgot.
Those are the ones that were, it had the jawbones.
Oh, yeah.
Tied with like that twine. It just made me think of like, I think it was that witch movie. I can't think of it. The Blair Witch Project.
Oh, yes, it was very much that, yeah.
Let me think of that.
And then I think that was all the shoes.
Yeah, Coco had white boots on. I didn't quite get that.
Yeah, those were a little like minimalistic. I think that was like a little bit of blood on them. But so you said Melissa. What about Yaska?
Yaska had, I don't remember about her shoes.
Yeah, they were probably, I think, a lot like her costume, kind of. Her look. But yeah, basically the Boulet Brothers, before they even said anything, they were basically like, a little bit disappointed, I think, by some of the contestants. They said some of the contestants looked like they really came to deliver and others didn't.
They weren't impressed with some of the voguing that was going
on. Oh my god, yeah. They said that. They're like, if it's like your first time voguing, don't come here and do it here. Yeah, she's like, if you don't know how to vogue, don't do it. And then they kind of showed some images of Astrid and Erica voguing and said that they were basically the ones.
And then just highlighted some good ones like Kendra taking the show,
Yeah, Kendra. I think Coco, she was definitely doing a lot of voguing and stuff. She was doing good.
Yeah, and others were just falling all over the place. Abhora was falling. Good.
Oh yeah, they mentioned Abhora was falling during her thing, and it was really bad. And she was falling back in her season, so she hasn't learned anything, like I said, because her fans just eat her ass and make her act like she's perfect and stuff when she's not. But yeah, they said it was a mess. She was kind of going over, but I think, did they say her look was good? I think they said her look was good.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what it was.
What, Abhora?
Oh yeah, it was like a spiral thing, yeah. So it was spiral, and so that was a good idea, especially since she didn't have a wig. So she just did the spiral all the way to the top. So I'll give her that, even though I don't like her. Like I said, Erica had the candy thing, which I kind of liked. But then they were kind of saying like, we wish she didn't like, I don't know, the big Boulet brother didn't really like the whole candy thing that much. But then she said during her performance, she like choked herself, and they liked that part.
She put the thing down the throat and then threw out candy.
Yeah.
Yeah, must have, like they said, must have took hours to glue all that candy.
Oh yeah, they said they liked the fact of them thinking of her like, gluing every little piece.
Yeah, one for me, one for the outfit, one for me, one for the outfit.
But for Yaska, they said outfit was pretty nice, but the performance wasn't that good. I think she did like a, what's it called? A gingerbread house type witch. But then they said something, she added like another element to it, and that kind of took away from that element. Now, Coco, they said her performance was good, but she was like a little messy in some parts and stuff. Melissa was kind of giving comedy queen, and she had like a prosthetic on to kind of look like the Angelica Houston witch from The Witches. And once they pointed that out, I was like, oh yeah, I definitely see that. But they were like, this is very, later on they kind of gave her a critique. They were like, this is very different for you, and that's cool, but at the same time, we got you on the show to be Melissa and bring what you do, because nobody could do like really fierce drag queen makeup like you, so don't change who you are just for the competition. So that was cool. And then Victoria, her performance wasn't that good. She kind of tripped on her outfit and stuff. Yeah. But yeah, they said Melissa serves dark beauty, so they're like, give us that dark beauty that only you could do, Melissa. They said Victoria's shoes were lackluster. Hoso, the Rats, Evah. They said Evah had the best performance, which I agreed. She just was serving the song really good. They said Hoso was too, so that was a surprise for me. Shade. But props to you, Hoso. Hoso's look, they said she had a really nice creative hat. It was like the typical witch hat, but the way they shaped, they looked more round and stuff. But when you looked it up close, like, it was still a witch hat. And they basically said, oh, if you didn't have the hat on, we wouldn't know if it was a witch and stuff. Because the makeup was very much Hoso, but I definitely liked Hoso's look this week better than last week.
Yes.
But Evah and Victoria, I feel like they both looked the most like, just classic basic witches. But I think I preferred Evah's. It had like a little bit of red. She had the nose, and like she had kind of in her face, it looked like, I don't know, it was like cracking or something. So I liked hers a lot. So basically, Coco, Erica, Abhora, and Astrid were safe. And then Abhora was upset because she wanted critiques. And I was like, just be grateful you're safe, bitch. I was happy that Erica was safe because I didn't think she should have belonged in the bottom last week. And she really proved herself this week, so I'm glad that she's safe. Yes. Astrid, whatever. And then, who else? Coco. Coco, I think, was, safe, of course.
Yes.
So, yeah, Kendra. What did they say?
Yeah, they were talking about her shoes. Basically what I said. The shoes were just basic.
Yeah, her shoes were the worst, they said, and the most basic. That was part of the challenge, and she didn't really do it. But her look, I liked her look. It was, like she said, she was giving, like, voodoo witch, and they liked her head. She put some feathers on her head and stuff. She actually wasn't wearing a wig either. Yeah. So her look was good, and her performance was good, too, because she could perform. The Boulet Brothers really loved her performance. She always gives energy and stuff, but the shoes were a no.
Yeah, the shoes. Yeah, I would say if they want a challenge based on something, like, go in 100%.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, especially if they ask for, like, something specific, like, the shoes. You know what I mean? So, yeah, Hoso, like I said, she was a blue witch. I liked when they're giving the critiques, they have the regular lights, and I feel like you could really see the details in the outfits more. So, yeah, she was, like, a blue black witch, and she also had, like, bubbles during her performance. So, I think she really kind of went all out this week. She almost won the top, but another contestant won that. Like I said, Evah, I noticed during the critiques this week and last week, they keep cutting to Evah, and they keep making her look like super shady, like having shady reactions. But like I said, she's overall just the reaction queen. So, but I'm just like, oh, why are they always trying to make her look so shady? But yeah, Yovska, the costume should have been more.
Yeah, the costume and the performance.
Yeah, her performance wasn't good. Like I said, there was one element of her outfit that kind of distracted from the other element. I think the gingerbread thing should have been just the main thing. Oh yeah, and she was wearing like this black wig, which I know our wigs are low-key busted and stuff, but she was wearing kind of like a basic black wig that we probably would have. And I don't know, but I feel like especially for a witch, you could have made it work, but I don't think she really made it work. You know what I mean? But yeah, long story short, Evah won, of course. Her performance was amazing. And, she was really happy to win this week, and I think she definitely deserved it.
Yeah, Evah won. Since they started critiquing, they were like, Evah has the best performance, so we kind of knew she was going to win. And she won $1,000 shopping spree as well.
Oh, yes, and she was very happy about that, and I think she's well-deserved.
We could use that.
Yes. But yeah, like I said, she was giving very much classic witch. Oh yeah, and the nun mentioned like, oh, that prosthetic nose, did you copy me? You're inspired by me and stuff. But yeah. Oh yeah, Victoria's was more like fashion and stuff. But like I said, she didn't win because of her performance was lacking. Yes. So yeah, like I said, they basically told Melissa to be herself. So I was confused because they said Kendra and Yovska were in the bottom. And then I was like, so are they going to vote again like they did last week? But no, apparently that was just last week, I guess. And I was really confused. I kind of liked the voting. But as we could see, they mentioned later, somebody voted for Yovska.
Oh, yeah, they brought that out. Yeah, that was shady. It
ended up being Hoso, and she was just like, I just didn't want to vote for Abhora or Erica, so I just did eeny, miny, moe and voted for Yovska. But I'm like, I feel like, I don't know, maybe, I don't know. I don't think you would just vote for anyone. I feel like if you voted for someone, you have a reason or something.
Yeah, I agree.
So maybe she just doesn't like Yovska for some reason. And then, yeah. So, yeah, like I said, there was no voting this week, so they just went to the Boudoir for Untucked, sponsored by Serve. And they were just talking crap. Abhora. I think the only thing that happened with Abhora was, I think Astrid and Hoso were kissing or whatever, and then Abhora was sad. And then also, Evah kind of talked to Abhora and was like, you need to get it together, you need to not be in your head. And I'm just like... Like, I get it, like, Evah's being a nice friend, but, like, I don't know, this is a competition. I wouldn't be, like, I don't know, trying to help someone and get their head straight. Like, Abhora isn't a grown adult. She can do it herself. Like, I just don't like, like, I don't know. I think things are going to get better now. It's not as bad as last episode, but I feel like all these people, like, helping out Abhora, it's just, like, she's a grown adult. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if she's going to self-sabotage herself, just let her. You know what I mean?
She's definitely high enough on herself. She doesn't need...
Exactly.
all that support.
And I honestly think, like I said, Evah Destruction has me blocked. And honestly, it could be because of Abhora. But Hoso, I think, has grown a lot so far. I really like Hoso. So I don't know. I don't remember if I blocked her or if she blocked me, but I'm going to check it out. And hopefully I can have her unblock me because I like Hoso. You know what I mean? She's definitely grown a lot. But I still do think the whole thing with her and Abhora is weird. But that's not really that's not really Hoso's fault. That's more on Abhora. Yeah. They mentioned some weird part. I think they said Astrid put like hot wax on Hoso's ass, and I was like, oh my god.
They literally said in her ass. I don't know what that's all about.
Well, we know Hoso has an OnlyFans, I think. She's had one since last season. Or I don't even know if she has an OnlyFans, but I know on her Twitter, if you look at one of her Twitters, she has a lot of pictures. But yeah, when we're not knocking them, I'm just like, damn, they really share a lot of information that nobody really asked for. But yeah, I think that was basically it. Yeah. Oh wait, we forgot to mention the most important part.
It went home.
But yeah, so.
Well, maybe went home. We'll see.
Yeah, right. So yeah, Yovska went home, unfortunately, and I was sad because I really liked her, even though she was really shady at times.
Yeah. But her look was
yeah.
definitely unique. She had that unique drag style.
And I guess it's cool that, I don't know, technically, nobody went home the first episode, technically. So she got to show her stuff for 2 episodes. And just like Miss Judy Puss said, like, we don't know if, like, maybe next episode we'll see her.
Yeah, maybe nobody goes home this season.
And the whole extermination, the Fright feet thing, like, if someone refuses to do it, I guess, like, maybe Yovska could come back. So that would be awesome. And so, yeah, so this was a nice, decent week. I think the episode definitely went by quicker. It was only like an hour as opposed to like an hour and a half. But, it was a cute episode. I like the witch challenge. But yeah, so we're sad to see Yovska go, but I'm glad that Evah won because she's my favorite. And I guess we're just going to have to deal with Abhora. It's whatever. I don't care.
Yeah, the season he's the villain.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I guess so, yeah. So that was our episode this week. That was our review this week. We'll see you guys next week. We'll see you guys next week for episode 3.
Oh, I have something to say before we end the video.
Oh.
Yes.
What you have to say, Miss Judy?
The other day, Miss FancyAlly and I got some Jeffree Star stuff delivered in the mail. And I accidentally threw it away, thinking that the box was empty. So I just want to make a public apology to Miss FancyAlly that I inadvertently threw out the items we were going to use on tonight's
yeah, we were going to use it today because even though it's long gone, let me just tell you what we got in the Jeffree Star mystery boxes. So I ordered 2. They were $6 each. And, I waited so desperately for them. So basically we had a brown Jeffree Star eyeliner, which was so cool. It came in like an orange packaging. Yeah. No, it was like a mascara. It was a mascara. Yeah. A brown mascara, which we never used brown mascara. And we never used the Jeffree Star mascara and stuff. So it was nice and brown, and it came in an orange packaging for Halloween. And so it was so nice. And then we had this new lip thing, which I don't even know the name. I actually, on my way here, I was looking up. I was like, I just want to know the name because I went to Walmart the other day and I was looking for an orange like lip color, but I don't want to spend like that much, especially for an orange lip color, which you're probably just going to use for Halloween stuff. So I was just like, you know what, because it's honestly, oranges are like a very rare color for like lip, you know what I mean? So then the only one that I found at Walmart was like $8. So I'm like, I'm not spending $8 for a lip thing. So then I was like, you know what, the color that I got from a Jeffree Star box was, I think, kind of like a peachy pink, and sometimes, or like a coral, and sometimes that could kind of look a little orange. So I was just going to do the lip, and then, the brown mascara, and then I was going to do, I don't know, like a purple or green look, you know what I mean, makeup look. But honestly, oh well. It's gone. Hopefully, it's okay.
Maybe somebody will find it in the dump and do that real trash drag.
Yeah. Yes, hopefully, I don't know. I really believe in the universe and stuff, and hopefully the universe will bring it back to us somehow. Maybe one day we'll order another Jeffree Star mystery box and they'll send an extra thing. Yeah. But if not, our Cash App is down below if you want to give us money. If you guys honestly give me money and like you put like, oh, Jeffree Star, we'll order it just to like, and then we'll show you guys what we got.
And we'll use it. We'll be happy.
Yes. But yeah, so we'll see you guys next week. Halloween's over, unfortunately, but Dragula's still going on, so we could still kind of live our Halloween fantasy through our reviews. But yeah, so see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.